Our new anime begins with the fall of the Kingdom of Arcadia. The royal family is overthrown in a rebellion, and the one responsible for their downfall is a Black Dragon Knight. He was regarded as a mysterious hero who vanished into thin air after this event. However, his aid gives birth to the new kingdom Atismata, and the survivor of the fallen royal family. The seventh prince, Lux Arcadia, is chasing down a cat that snatched away a lady's purse, but unfortunately, he falls from the roof and lands in a girl's bath right on top of a girl named Leisha. The situation becomes tense, so he tries to compliment the Leisha. However, this only labels him as a pervert peeping Tom, so Lux got confined in a cell, and there. Krulsifer inspects his black sword, but then Chalice arrives and takes Lux to the headmistress, Relief, who is a longtime acquaintance of Lux. Relief vouches for him. Vouching for Lux that he's not a pervert, she called Lux here for an important matter, which is to work at the academy. However, the problem is that this is an all-girls academy. Which means Lux will be the only guy around. Other girls and Leisha, the princess of the new kingdom, is against him, because Lux did that perverted thing to her. So Relief gives Leisha permission to decide Lux's punishment, but without thinking Leisha challenges Lux to a duel to prove he's worthy to enroll in the academy. Relief warns her that Lux has been undefeated from previous competitions up until now, but Leisha still holds her ground and insists for this duel, and if Lux loses, he will be confined in prison as punishment. Eri hears the news of her brother going around being a pervert, so she tells him to be careful, since their family fell after the coup d'état. She relies solely on Lux alone. They have a lot of debt to repay, and that's why Lux has become a handyman to earn money in the capital. Eri and Noct tell Lux to be careful in the duel because Princess Leisha is also undefeated in the academy. So the match between Lux and Leisha starts, and Lux pilots the most basic model known as the Wyvern Mech, but as for Leisha, she pilots the superior model of the Divine Raiment Mech Dragon. The power gap between these two mechs is high, but Lux holds his own in the game until his sword broke off. Leisha wants to end the match quickly and uses her breaking weapon, the Seven Heads gun. Its power too great that it pierces even the protective barrier around the arena, but somehow, Lux manages to dodge it. So Leisha goes into full power mode with her last level skill and dropped Lux from her intense pressure. However, controlling that much power becomes increasingly difficult for her as the time goes on, and just then, a monster known as an abyss appears, and without hesitation, Lux takes it head on even though he lacks the power to destroy it. Lux had planned this beforehand with Leisha, to use himself as bait to lure him in for Leisha to wipe it out. Their plan worked with Seven Heads move, but in the fight, Lux gets injured, and Leisha took care of him until he woke up. Leisha starts to understand Lux as he protected her despite having the weakest mech. She begins to trust him and shows him the crest of the former Empire of Arcadia engraved forcefully on her stomach during the coup d'état. From that moment, she starts to develop feelings for Lux. So from another day, Lux starts attending classes and meets his childhood friend Philippi there. Seeing them so close, Leisha becomes jealous. Lux is a handyman, so he got surrounded by girls with various requests, but then Leisha approaches him to ask Lux to become her personal servant. And all the girls were becoming thirsty for Lux's attention, so Krulsifer made it up that the headmaster has called Lux, but it was all to get him out of there. However, even Krulsifer has a request of her own. She wants Lux to find the Black Dragon Knight. Then Lux begins his work and gets assigned to the Academy's workshop since they need help there. He meets Leisha, who is the manager of the workshop. She's a princess, but she even repairs Lux's mech. Leisha then asks Lux to accompany her to the town, and Lux takes her to a tower where he had once worked. Lux thinks Leisha is doing a great job as a princess, but she disagrees on that one. Leisha opens up about the coup d'état that happened 5 years ago, and there she was taken hostage by the Arcadia Empire to use against her father to stop his revolt. However, her father chose the kingdom over her, and she received the slave mark of the Arcadia royal family, but after a successful coup, her father died, and she became a princess. Even though she never wanted to be in that position, Lux witnesses how much she has suffered all alone, but suddenly, an emergency arises from the southwest ruins regarding a powerful monster's appearance. The Night Squadron moves out to assist the army, leaving only Krulsifer, Lux, and Eri behind. But the abyss that appears this time is controlled by the remaining supporters of the former Arcadia kingdom. He possesses a flute that can control the monsters, and the slime then spawns even more monsters. The Night Squadron is greatly outnumbered, and Leisha finds herself in a tough spot. But right then, Lux arrives and saves Leisha. And this time Lux took out his Black Divine Dragon mech and reveals that he was the legendary knight. the commander wants to kill Lux for betraying his own family and kingdom. But Lux defeats him and single-handedly takes out all the monsters. So as a thanks for saving the day, all the girls in the squadron throw a small party for Lux, but then, Relief interrupts the party by giving a ticket to the girls. And said that they can have Lux for 7 days as personal toy if they get this red ticket from him. Lux runs for his freedom and ends up at the workshop. Lisha was still cool about the situation and hides Lux in there, but she was just kidding and traps him. Lux gives up and tells her to release him so he can give her the red ticket, but as she frees him from the mech's clutches, Lux runs away and finds a room to hide in, but it turns out to be the girls' changing room, and when Lucifer sees Lux hiding there, she keeps it a secret from everyone else. Then as they leave, she called out Lux since others are gone and the time limit to catch him is up. Lux get relax, and Lucifer asks him to show her the red ticket. Just as he hands it to her, the bell rings. And Lucifer tricked Lux by changing the time on the clock, so now she got Lux for 7 days, and she asks Lux to become her boyfriend. Lucifer comes from the noble family of the northern land of Emer and came to the academy to secure a profitable political marriage. And in a few days a butler from her family will arrive for an inspection, and she wants to avoid it by using Lux if he doesn't go along with her plan. She threatens to expose that he was in the changing room. Lux goes along with her plan, and she plans a date for them, and Lisha and Philippi will secretly follow them like stalkers. They spend their entire day together, but at noon, in the streets they got ambushed by attackers from Arcadia's army. Lux holds off nearby attackers, and Lucifer takes out her mech to defeat the remaining enemies. Lux holds onto one of the attackers, and Lisha and Philippi join in, but as Lisha was explaining about Lucifer's mech, that attacker tries to escape but was stopped by the butler named Eltalize. She was sent by Lucifer's family ahead of time, and Lucifer introduces Lux to Eltalize, but Balzaride, member of one of the 4 great noble family, shows up there. He is chosen as Lucifer's spouse by her family, but seeing this he challenges Lux to a duel to change Lucifer's heart. Lucifer decides to turn it into a 2-way duel by joining Lux as his partner, while Balzaride can have Eltalize as his partners, so Balzaride agrees and leaves. Lucifer is happy that Lux is going along with her fake lover's play to save her, but after that, a meeting of Royal Queen and the 4 noble houses is called to discuss the uprising of the monsters. Their investigation reveals that the monster of Ragnarok class named Poseidon is breaking free from its seal. So the House of Kreutzer offers to send a party to explore the ruins and bring back some powerful weapons to prepare for the fight, and the exploring party will have Son of Kreutzer wage. And the Academy also got ordered to send the Night Squadron to participate in this, and Relief informs them that the key to entering the core of the ruins and obtaining the weapons might be this flute, which the earlier attacker was using to control the monsters. But Lucifer joins the exploration with her own personal matter, and Balzaride, the son of House Kreutzer, is given charge of the Night Squadron, so their entire squadron reaches the ruins and got welcomed by a monster named Diabolo. He's known for its brute powers. So Lucifer uses her wise blood power, which allows her to see the enemy's future movements, but Diabolo is fast enough to dodge her attacks. Then Balzaride turns the exploration into a competition to prove that he is better than Lux, and after they defeat the monster, a huge explosion occurs. And Lucifer was unable to defend herself from the wave of the explosion, and the ruins started to glow and drag Lucifer inside, with Lux protecting her. Lucifer seems to know this place. And as they enter the ruins, Lux thinks of using the key given to him by Relief, but the ruins identify Lucifer as the key, and opens up a way for them, and she reveals that she is not from this world but is a survivor of this ruins. So what does she mean by that, and what kind of secret she's holding in? Find out in the next part. And for that, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to support me so that I can bring out more anime recaps for you.